Hello everyone, this is Property Insider, and today we're going to be looking at everything on the New York City real estate market for under $1,300. That's right, we are looking at the cheapest apartments you can get in the city right now in January of 2021. So we are going to go into Street Easy here and do a custom search. We're going to be looking at Brooklyn, Manhattan, the Bronx, and Queens. So we're not actually going to include Staten Island just for the purposes of keeping it simple. Custom 1300. So 1300 is pretty cheap for New York in general. So I guess we'll see what we can find. This is an extremely renters friendly market. So honestly, it might be, there might be quite a few things here. We'll find out. So let's see what we have here. I'm just going to open a few. So as we can see here, we have, how many results do we have for this? 72 results in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens for under $1,300. That's a pretty good amount, honestly. Before the pandemic, you wouldn't have been able to find, honestly, maybe you would be lucky to find 10 apartments for under this price. So 72 apartments is not bad. So when we look at these apartments, we're going to be rating them based on square footage, price, location, and general aesthetic, because at the end of the day, these are the things that matter. So let's start with this first one here. So this is 1367 West 6th Street, A1 in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn. So we can see here on the map, Bensonhurst. It's very close to a train station on Bay Parkway. Anyway, there are two pictures here. One of them is the location we just looked at. And yeah, I mean, it's just a photo of a room. It does have good lighting, so we can give it that. It's always good to have good lighting. I think people underestimate this when they're looking for a good deal, but lighting really does make a big difference in, I guess, just in general, on your mood in general. So yeah, and then the second photo is the location. Not a lot of info on this one, and it was just listed today. So let's see the description here. Rent stabilized, stuck price, $1,125 for a spacious studio. Hardwood flooring, freshly painted, big windows, deep closets. Spacious studio, modern fridge, stove, kitchen, actual bathtub. Heat and hot water is included, cat's okay. 1 month broker fee, pets allowed. Honestly, great deal. $1,125 for your own studio, and I mean, granted, there is only one picture here, so this is all we have to judge the studio off of. But regardless, it is still a pretty good deal, I would say. It would have to be pretty bad to merit not being a good deal. And so the station is just around the corner. It says 0.12 miles away is the N train at Bay Parkway, 22nd Avenue. Honestly, great deal. $1,125, and it's rent stabilized, which means that it can't really go up too much. Rent stabilized units, I think, can only go up 1 to 2% a year, which keeps them pretty affordable. So that's that one. That is a pretty good deal, honestly, and that is well under $1,300. So let's take a look here at the next one. Also in Bensonhurst, I guess there's a lot of steals in Bensonhurst lately, is 1938 82nd Street, apartment A. And this apartment is $1,238. Also rent stabilized. And this is a 1-bedroom apartment. Again, there's only one photo, so this is all we have to judge it on, but that's still pretty good, honestly. So let's see. Same thing, hardwood flooring, freshly painted. Let's see, pets allowed. That's honestly quite a good deal. So this one's in a different part of Bensonhurst, but still close to the trains. It's close to the 20th Avenue train, or not 20th Avenue train, 20th Avenue station with the D train 0.19 miles away. Honestly, this is a crazy good deal. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. A 1-bedroom for a little over $1,200 in Brooklyn is pretty good. Yes, it's Bensonhurst, and if you guys aren't familiar with Brooklyn, Bensonhurst is a little further out in the grand scheme of things, but it is still honestly a really a really good deal. Oh my gosh, what is this? Sorry, I'm just gonna skip right over this one in Elmhurst just for a moment because I see one in the East Village of Manhattan. If you guys don't know, East Village is Lower Manhattan, notoriously one of the most expensive parts of New York City. And this is a studio for $1,184. So I have to see this. What is this about? This is right off 2nd Avenue Station, which is on the edge of the East Village. 400 square feet. Okay, bathroom, kitchen. No freaking way. This is a crazy deal. I don't even know what to say about this. 1100? 1100. I have to say, guys, I knew the market was bad, but I never thought it would be so bad that we would have studios for $1,184 in Lower Manhattan. And this studio actually has light. So let's just go through the pictures here. Front door, lighting, toilet, a kitchen. Looks a little grim, but also looks like they're doing renovation. So maybe, I mean, I would hope it would look a little better. Maybe they're putting in a fridge here. Exposed brick. And then here we have a kitchen slash living room. I'm not sure what this is, but it's street facing, so you get a lot of light. And then here, oh my gosh, and there's a fireplace. Granted, this fireplace probably doesn't work, but oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say about that. Rent stabilized apartment. Let's read the description. So, rent stabilized apartment, stylish, spacious studio, prime location, rare deal, all new reno. Stylish studio on perfect spot. See photos. This amazing studio in prime East Village is one of a kind deal. Spacious bathroom, high ceiling, fully equipped kitchen, and much more. Quiet building that's located between all you can ask for in the East Village. Cafes, bars, restaurants. That is insane. I don't even know what to say about that. So if you guys aren't familiar with this area, it's kind of more the Lower East Side than the East Village. Like, this is very the edge of the East Village. If you can see in this picture, this is the Lower East Side right here, and then this is the East Village over here. So the apartment's right on the edge, literally right next to the 2nd Avenue train station and the F train. But a studio in this area for $1,184 and it's rent stabilized. I don't even know what to say about that. I have seen a lot of cheap prices. As you guys know, I'm on Street Easy every single day, so I've seen a lot of cheap apartments, but I have not seen anything this cheap. This is actually kind of insane. So, yeah, I don't even know what to say about that. That's impressive. I have to say that's impressive. I'm actually going to keep this open because I'm in awe of how cheap that apartment is. Um, I just don't even know what to say. I feel like anybody watching this stream right now, and if you're looking for an apartment in New York and you are not opposed to living a little rough, you're looking to save a bit of money, definitely check out this apartment. It was just listed today, 43 East First Street for $1,184. That is a crazy good deal. And it's already been saved by 72 users, as you can see here, unsurprisingly, just because it's such a good deal. Alrighty, let's move on from that. But I have to say, as far as deals go, that is the best one I've seen so far. All right, what do we have here? Okay, so $800. Wow, this is good. So this is a studio in Maspeth, Queens. If you guys don't know, Maspeth is a kind of outer area of Queens. I guess it's mid-Queens. There aren't really any trains in Maspeth. As far as public transport goes, it's a bit tricky to get to. But I mean, it's still a neighborhood. Let's see. Let's see. So this is the living room slash kitchen. It looks like you have a nice little counter there. Little kitchen area. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, it looks good. So it says broker fee, best deal in Ridgewood. I'm not sure why it says it's in Ridgewood, but Ridgewood and Queens are kind of, Ridgewood and Maspeth are kind of right next to each other. So maybe Ridgewood is like down here somewhere. And they're just saying it's in Ridgewood. Studio, looking for good credit. Pets allowed. That is a really good deal. Oh, I see. Okay, so you can see here the closest train. And this is the trouble with Maspeth. So I actually lived in Maspeth for a month or so a few years ago. And the one thing that really got me about Maspeth is that the transport links out there suck because Maspeth is all cemeteries. So you have to walk either to Jackson Heights to get the whatever train is in Jackson Heights, Roosevelt Avenue, or Woodside, I think. Or you have to walk to Jefferson Street and get the L line. But this is more Fresh Pond / Ridgewood. So I guess the closest train here is 0.6 miles away at Forest Avenue, the M train, which isn't really that bad, especially for Maspeth, which is usually serviced by buses. So not bad at all. And honestly, for this price, $800 for your own studio in New York City, I am in awe. I mean, maybe I haven't been looking enough, but this is the first time I've really, I guess, looked at prices recently, and $800 for your own studio in New York City, like that's a new low. I didn't know I didn't know that was a thing. Um, but that's crazy. I just accidentally clicked this one on First Street again in Lower Manhattan, and this still blows my mind. But anyway, let's move on. So we've got the $800 studio in Maspeth, a very good deal. Not too far from the train. Let's see what else we have here. 1300 in Ditmars. Okay, so here we have another one in Manhattan. What is this? So this is in Tudor City. If you guys don't know Tudor City, it's in the Turtle Bay area of Manhattan, which is kind of the Midtown West area. It's in Manhattan, pretty central, I would say. Here it is on a map. So Tudor City is like a complex of apartments. I think it was affordable housing at one point. Right next to the United Nations headquarters, you can see right here. It's on the edge of Manhattan, on the East River. And this is a studio for $1,300 in Tudor City, no fee, 2 rooms. You can see a photo of it here with a window overlooking what looks like a courtyard. And then here we go. This is the other side of it. A nice little kitchenette here. I like how with the kitchens here, they have little doors as if you want to close. So if you want to close off the kitchen, you can just kind of shut the doors and say goodbye to the kitchen. I always find that funny. Nice ceiling fan here. It's a nice big spacious room for $1,300. Nothing on that $1,100 studio in Lower Manhattan, but it is still a good deal. Centrally located, I would say, for the most part. It is a little far east, but that is that. Ooh, a nice full-length mirror in the bathroom, nice spacious bathroom, and they have a video tour for this one, so let's check that out, what you can get for $1,300 in Tudor City. So let's turn that down. Nice big room. I have to say the windows in Tudor City buildings are always really nice, the panes and everything, and that is a really nice view. That is actually a gorgeous view. You can see the little kitchenette here. It's very pretty. Very good. Cute little kitchen. There's a nice big spacious closet. Very nice bathroom. I mean, it is a really nice apartment for $1,300. I feel like after seeing that East Village one, nothing really lives up to the hype, but it is still a good deal. Um, so yeah, we have seen that. It's just a nice little studio. So available immediately with board approval, 16th floor studio with western exposure and Chrysler Building views. Yeah, so that's the thing in that video. I don't know why they didn't take photos of that, but they had some really nice building views. Apartment features a kitchenette with a mini fridge, dishwasher, microwave oven, and 2-burner cooktop. There are 2 deep closets and hardwood floors throughout. Lease term minimum is 1 year. Heat, water, and electricity are included. No pets, and basic financial parameters apply. There are 4 brokers on this one. I wonder what the cut is for this. So yeah, and then it talks a little bit about Tudor City Complex, the 1920s architecture, cats only, and then of course there's an elevator. It's on the 16th floor. Has laundry in the building and a city view. Yeah, the view for this one's quite remarkable. So let's take a quick look at the transport. So this apartment, the thing about Tudor City and Murray Hill over here is that they're so far east that the trains are a little awkward to get to. But let's see. So there's the 4, 5, 6, and 7 trains, as well as the S train. You know, I've never really been sure what the S train service is. I kind of thought that was more in Brooklyn/Long Island area, but maybe I'm wrong. If somebody knows, please feel free to let me know. But yeah, I mean, it's not bad, a 0.29 mile walk, and there's quite a few trains over at 42nd Street Grand Central. So yeah, not a bad studio overall. I don't feel some type of way about this studio. I'm still feeling some type of way about this studio though, which is a crazy good deal. So yeah. So let's see. 1700. I almost want to go do a viewing of that $1,100 studio because that's crazy good. I think I'm going to message them after this and ask so I can get the scoop on that. Let's see what else we got. I'm just scanning here to see what good deals we might have. Excuse me. I saw this one studio in Brooklyn that was only $1,000. I think that was 2 days ago, but it has since disappeared. And I also saw this one. So this is a studio in deep Brooklyn. 240 Schenectady Avenue 2R for $1,050. So it is in Brooklyn, but it's kind of quite far out. Or maybe not. Oh my gosh, I am tripping. So it's in Crown Heights, so not far out at all. Um, so Crown Heights, 1050 includes heat and hot water. Security deposit is 1050. Broker fee is 1050. So it's interesting to see places with broker fees because now that it's a very renters friendly market because of the virus, brokers fees aren't really common anymore. I would say 90%, 80 to 90% of brokers have dropped fees just because people have so many options now. They can easily go with somebody without a fee. So I always find it interesting when there's a broker fee, but I think in this instance it's because this one is such a good deal. I mean, your own studio for just over $1,000 in the city is such a good deal that they feel like they can charge a broker's fee. So this is a very small studio that fits a long twin bed, small table and dresser. Unit does not have a closet. You have to put up racks to hang clothes. Okay, so here we go. This is kind of getting into why it's only $1,000. Great natural light, located on second floor, 3 minutes from Utica Avenue, 3-4 trains. Must have good credit and income of 40K or very close to it. No pets and not suitable for more than one person. Okay, so let's take a look at the pictures. So this is the kitchen. So it's a very small, cute little kitchen. As it says in the description, this is probably suited best for one person. You can just tell, but it is nice and renovated. You can see that the sink looks nice and new. Oh wow, this is nice. So this is part of the room facing the street. You get a lot of good light in here, it seems. I wonder if this is south facing. It looks like it might be because there's some good light. Here's a close-up of the kitchen. This is a funny layout with the fridge here and then kind of the rest of the kitchen around the corner here. And then here is the bathroom. Looks nice, looks nice. And then, oh wow, so this is the view, I guess, from the front door. Um, and then you have a beautiful fan here. Honestly, it's crazy that these deals are going for as little as $1,000. Um, Honestly, so impressive. There's a liquor store right across the street, as you can see through the window here. Just as a heads up, guys, I might have to go just for a second because I have a delivery. So if I disappear for a moment, that would be why. But no, this is a very nice room, a very good deal. If you want to live in the Crown Heights area, this is a great deal. It's already been saved by 129 people, and it's been on the market for only 5 days. So keep that in mind. There was this really great apartment, excuse me, that I saw a couple days ago, and it was only $1,000, and it was in Brooklyn, but I think it's gone now. Just like that East First apartment will be. So let's see what else we have here. Inwood. I'm trying to find like the really good deals. Wow, this is interesting. The financial district for only 1,300 net. Let's see. So 160 Front Street. So this one is $1,625 and 1,300 net effective rent. Wow. So that's a really good deal. So this is the financial district. If you aren't familiar, financial district is kind of the hub for, I guess, for a lot of New York City's business and finance, as it kind of says in the title. So yeah, 3 months free. So 1,300 net effective rent and a 200 Amazon gift card, according to this. You have a nice view of what looks like the East River. And it's a cute little studio. And honestly, this price is insanely good. I don't even know what to say about the price because that's quite a good price for the financial district. So let's see the description. So 3 months free and $200 Amazon gift card, straight studio with East River view, bright sunny exposure, 12 linear feet of floor to ceiling closet, separate kitchen with white shaker cabinets, Formica laminate counters, white appliances, renovated white tiled bathroom, 10-foot ceilings, and parquet wood floors. Easy access to all major transportation, health clubs, restaurants, shopping, and recreational activities. The building is a 7-story 1918 pre-war structure with elevator and live-in super, also renovated. Laundry room in the basement is located 1 block from the East River and in the heart of the South Street Seaport Historical District. Available for immediate occupancy, short or long-term lease available. Small dogs allowed with $500 pet fee. That's interesting because I thought pet fees in New York City were illegal, but maybe I'm wrong. If somebody knows more than I do, let me know. But honestly, this is a great price for financial district. So it has an elevator, obviously. Let's take a quick look at the transport here. Honestly, the transport in financial district is notoriously good just because all the trains kind of end up at Financial District. So let's see. So you have a Pier 11, Ferry Landing, 0.717 miles away. And then you have the 2 and 3 train at Wall Street, 0.18 miles away. Honestly, if you work in finance and you're a young person, this is a great place to be. Maybe not post COVID, which is why it's cheaper, but you have the South Street Seaport right there, which is a really nice area. And then this is the jackpot, 0.19 miles away. You have the A train, the C train, the J train, the Z train, the 2 train, the 3 train, the 4 train, the 5 train at Fulton Street, Broadway, Nassau, which I think is maybe over here. But that is 8 trains in one station. So if you're really linked in here, you can get from anywhere and pretty much just stay on the train. So you're good. And for this price, I have to say this is a great deal, 160 Front Street. It's been on the market for 18 days, so I'm not sure what the cincher is, because usually something like this would be snapped up right away. But it might just be that, people have moved out of the city and people don't feel like they have to live in Financial District anymore. So I'm not sure about that, but that's a good one. Let's take a look at what else there is. Inwood, Fort Greene. I'm trying to find you guys like the really good deals here, like the really cheap ones that are worth your time. Let's check this out. So $1,000 for 6017 Putnam Avenue. This is in Ridgewood, so let's check this out. $1,000 studio in Ridgewood. So Ridgewood is in Brooklyn, kind of far out Brooklyn where we were looking before, but it said it was in Maspeth. Let's see these pictures. Oh, I see. It's a basement studio. So the issue with basement studios, and I lived in one, so I know this, is that these are your only 2 windows. Because obviously you're in a basement, you don't get a whole lot of light. You're just kind of peeking through here. So that is why this one is $1,000. I get why it's been on the market for 28 days, because in the pandemic, a lot of people are, spending more time at home, and you don't want to be locked into a New York City winter with only these 2 windows. I get that. So let's see what they say. Huge studio, private bathroom, closet space, free Wi-Fi. The bus is the Q58. Oh man. Oh, okay. The train M Forest Avenue, only 2 minutes walk away. Pets allowed and laundry and building. Okay, good. So this is actually the heart of Ridgewood. So you have the M train at Forest Avenue, and it is literally 0.13 miles away. And then Fresh Pond, 0.21. So it's actually not really that bad as far as transport goes, but I see why this is $1,000. Honestly, you'd have to pay me $1,000 to live somewhere where the windows are that small. But I don't know. But yeah, it's still a good deal, I guess, if you really don't spend a lot of time at home. But at that point, just get a roommate and you could get a nicer place. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, this is an interesting one. $1,280 for Hudson Yards. So if you guys don't know, Hudson Yards is usually kind of expensive. It's a lot of new developments up there. They just built a giant mall. They have a Whole Foods, luxury mall, mind you, and a lot of luxury buildings. So Hudson Yards is usually more expensive. So to see an apartment for $1,280 is quite a shock. So this is right next to Penn Station in Midtown. So the edge of Hudson Yards. This is a really great area to be in. I personally wouldn't want to live here, but if you work in Midtown and your life is up there, it kind of makes sense for you to be here. So let's check this studio out. So this is the tiny kitchen here. You can see a tiny fridge, a little microwave, a little sink, not much counter space, but that's how it be sometimes for $1,280. Then you can see here the bathroom. This looks like the laundry room in the basement of the building. Here's the little kitchen here. So this is obviously made for somebody that doesn't spend a lot of time at home or cooking. This is a very, minimal kitchen. So here, I see what type of apartment this is. So this is one of those apartments that's a lofted studio. It's a very narrow, almost jail cell-like layout. So you have this. They're nice hardwood floors. It looks like you have some nice greenery outside. There's the front door. And then up here, you have these stairs, and you have this lofted sleeping space. So you would use this part down here as your living room, and then up here as your sleeping space. And that's kind of how that works. So let's see. So here we have the bathroom. Again, very simple bathroom. You have a stall shower, toilet, mirror, very simple layout. There's really not a lot to that. Little shower. And so this looks like the sleeping space. And I have to say, it's interesting they used linoleum for the sleeping area. Usually you'd put, something other than checkered linoleum. This is usually for the kitchen, as you guys probably recognize, but they've used this for that little sleeping space. An interesting choice, but I guess you could make it work with some carpets or a bed. This looks like a garden they might have outside. So let's see what they say about it. Excellent Chelsea location. This isn't Chelsea, by the way. This is that's a stretch to say this is Chelsea. So Chelsea's down here. I mean, I guess you could try and pass it off as Chelsea, but I feel like once you're in the 30s, that's pretty much midtown at that point. But anyway, excellent Chelsea location. Minutes to Subway, 1 CEF path, Whole Foods, walking distance to Penn Station, FIT, Garment District, Madison Park, and Midtown. Hardwood floors, AC, microwave, utilities included in rent. Well, that's good to know. This unit is on the third floor walk-up building with laundry and a live-in super. Studio loft, $80 a month, including utilities. What does that mean? I'm not sure what the $80 a month, including utilities. I think maybe you just pay $80 and that's your heat, hot water, electricity, and gas all included. Rent is net effective. Oh, interesting. So that means that this rent price, $12.80, that means that that's not the actual rent. That's the net rent after they take a couple months off. So the rent for this is probably something more like $1,400 to $1,500, and then this is with probably like a couple months free or something. So pets allowed, bike room, laundry and building, smoke free, live in super. Honestly, I don't know. That apartment looks kind of grim, but I guess I don't know. Okay, let's see the transport. So as I said before, this is a pretty good location. You have the ACE trains at 34th Street, 0.13 miles away. Penn Station is right there, so you have everything. 123 at 34th Street. Yeah, this is honestly, as far as transport goes, a pretty good location because you have all of these stations, as you can see on the map, literally right there. So you can't go wrong with that. But personally, I mean, what gets me is this linoleum sleeping space. I've never seen anybody use this for something that's meant to be a bedroom. I've only ever seen that in kitchens, not even bathrooms. So I always think that's funny when you see something like that, but I don't know. And this has been on the market for 32 days, which is quite a while for something this cheap, but I can only assume it's because it's such a small space with, this narrow little window. And I mean, right now it's the middle of January. No one wants to be signing a lease in a dark little tiny room in pandemic New York City with this much light. So I get why some of these units are having a hard time renting, like this one here with the small little windows, because nobody wants to be locked into this type of area. I get it. So yeah. So let's take a look at one more real quick before we end for today. Let's take a look at this. We haven't done any upper ones. So this is the Upper East Side in Yorkville of Manhattan, 348 East 81st Street 1A for $1,283, no fee. So it looks like you get some nice light in here, nice hardwood floors. This is a studio, cute little kitchen, bathroom. It's pretty straightforward. It's a nice big room. For $1,283, it's not too bad, especially if you like the Yorkville area. Let's see what they say. Prime Upper East Side studio with new appliances, large enough for queen size bed and dresser, full kitchen, 2 blocks to Q train, laundry and building. Nice. So let's see the transport links. So Yorkville is in the Upper East Side. Like I said, it's kind of a more residential, family-oriented area. I don't know, personally not my thing, but a lot of people like it. So you have the Q train at 86th Street, and that's 0.17 miles away, and then the 6th train at 77th Street, 0.36 miles away, which is not bad, really. So I don't know, if you like Yorkville, this is actually a pretty cute studio. However, something to me about this awkward pricing, $1,283, screams net or gross effective, because that's just such a weird number. So I'm guessing that's the price after a couple months free, but I could be wrong. It is a nice apartment, especially if you like this area. I would definitely hop on this, but yeah, it's been on the market for 26 days, which tells me that, I don't know, I feel like this is net effective and they're not being honest about it, but that could just be me. You always have to keep an eye out for these things. If there's like a weird number, it's usually net effective because they splice it up weirdly. I don't know how better to describe that, but yeah. So out of all the ones we've looked at today, I definitely think this one, 43 East 1st Street, is the best deal. $1,184 for a studio in Lower Manhattan is a crazy good deal. And the fact that it has exposed brick, like yeah, the kitchen isn't that great, but the exposed brick, the nice lighting, the street-facing windows, the fireplace is all really nice. So yeah, I might actually see, and it's rent stabilized, I might actually see if I can go see this apartment. Maybe I can do a whole video on it because it's such a good deal. But yeah, what did you guys think of these apartments? Let me know down below. Are there any that you would move into? And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know down below what other ideas for live streams you guys would like to see, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.